So I want to move on to another clip. I got a few clips I want to share with you guys. First off, let me play this clip right here because this is something we're going totally somewhere else with this, but I want to play this clip because I don't know if this is a joke or what, but I want to play it. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Look at this.
It's really bad.
Danielle Grant is starving.
You know, I'm trying to see if I can get some food because we literally don't have anything to eat today or tomorrow.
Is this a joke? And I don't think she's starving. I think she won't starve for a long time.
Oh my God.
She got enough fat on her to last her a couple of years. I'm just saying, she'll be fine. But let's continue.
So we're gonna try to make ends meet, and we can.
Desperate for food, nowhere to go, Grant and many others got to the Hope Line today just to make an appointment to come back later in the week for food. Resources are slim, leaving 40% of Bronxites without money to feed themselves. Some still in shock.
We heard things before, but it's like they're not gonna let people starve. That's ridiculous, you know. But it's like no, that's literally like what's happening.
We hope the food pantries maintain open, because if they don't stay open, I really don't know what we're going to do next.
We asked people their reaction to hearing that the Trump administration will partially fund the SNAP program. People say it's not going to do much. They have families to feed and already struggled at the end of every month when they were receiving the full amount.
Wow, not enough. At least there's something to hold on, but I think everybody's going to have to get a second job.
It doesn't really last the whole month, you know, probably like 2 or 3 weeks, and then by the last week you gotta scramble to find, you know, things.
This couple has 4 kids. The mom says pantries aren't always reliable.
They have limited supply, or by the time we get to the front of the line, then it's really nothing there. So it's hard.
She says she's holding on to faith. Meanwhile, others are worried hunger will drive crime rates up. We don't know how much money will be reloaded onto people's cards and when that will be. In Longwood, Lindsay Tanney.
Okay, here we go with that. I thought the first clip of the woman, I thought that was a joke. I'm thinking, what in the world? Like, so this is a question that I have. Maybe y'all can answer. So if SNAP benefits, if these benefits were just taken away completely, what do you think is going to happen? So all of these people are just they're gonna just literally starve. They're not gonna be able to, you know, and I understand people need help. I get it. Trust me, I do. But I'm just like, you know, at what point do you figure out another way? Because there are a lot of people out here who work hard for what they have, right? And they don't have any help. They gotta work, and if they make it, they make it. If they don't, they don't. They don't have all these resources to depend on for food, for housing, for all these things, because it's the same thing with the Section 8 and the government housing. You know, if these there are a lot of people who are dependent upon these subsidies, and without it, they would be homeless and they would be hungry. Because I know too much, it's hard to have a whole lot of empathy for people when you know. It's because there are people who are just elderly people who can't work. There are real disabled people who just can't work, and I could see them getting the assistance. But I know too many able-bodied people who actually work, by the way, who have jobs. And honestly, without the assistance, they wouldn't be able to have the life that they have. But it's not always these just humble people who just don't have anything or access to it. They just don't really want to have to work hard. When you have people who are on Section 8 and welfare and driving Mercedes Benzes and doing all these other things and living like they living large, that's the crazy part to me. You can afford to somewhat have a luxury lifestyle while on Section 8 and food stamps. And my thing about this is too, this is why I have such an opinion on the Bonnet Crew Sisterhood Society and the traveling pants, is because I know how the nature of a lot of these women. I grew up around it, and I know they're full of shit, and I know they don't make a lot of money. But guess what? A lot of these be the same ones who run around talking about men, which is just mind-boggling to me. A lot of these women are the same ones who are very particular about men and always talk about what a man got to bring to the table, baby, when I know for a fact you can't even afford the lifestyle you're asking for. That's the real gag. You can't even afford the lifestyle that you're asking for, but you're on all the assistance, all the government stuff that they can offer. But you're running around here talking about you won't settle for an average man. It's mind-blowing to me. That's the part I don't get. And now that all of their, subsidies have been put to the test or taken away temporarily or whatever, you see them come out the woodwork talking about they're gonna starve. You ain't got no money for food. These are the same women who want men who make 6 figures to come in and take care of them and their kids, feed their kids and feed them. And then entitlements are crazy. One thing I learned about government assistance and how it's warped the minds of so many, and how it's made them so entitled is insane. They believe that somebody owes them. It's a perpetual, you owe me, or I owe you. Like, the government has made these people entitled. They made them believe that everything that they want in life, somebody owes it to them. Somebody has to give it to them. That they deserve it. You hear, that's those type of words that they use. I deserve the government to give me this. I deserve money from you. I deserve everything that you got for me. Because I'm a single mom, I deserve. This is how they speak. They really believe that. Like somebody owed them something because they didn't have to really work hard. So the government is giving it to them, so they think you should too. Those are the words they use. And I just be like, what the hell you mean you deserve? You don't deserve a goddamn thing but what you give yourself. Nobody don't owe you jack shit. But this is the mentality. This is why I say you have to change your mentality. You change your life. They think somebody owed him something. And that's a slippery slope, and that's a dangerous game, because this is why they have no accountability. You don't think you're doing anything wrong. You think that it's okay to create these broken homes. You think it's okay to have that mindset. You think it's okay to look down on men when you on government, the government, what they call it, zaddy, is taking care of you. This is what they expect, and they feel they deserve it because you never had to work for it. And even if it's a little bit, if it's enough, just barely enough to keep you alive, you will take that as opposed to going out and try to better yourself so that you can get better and more than that and not have to need it. These programs aren't meant for you to sit on for 20 and 30 and 40 years, your whole life, and then pass it down to your kids. It's supposed to be something to help and aid you to the next phase, or till you get something better. No, but they sitting here, they own this for life, passing it down to their kids and their grandkids. Like, what the hell? But everybody else got to get out here and work to feed their kids and take care of their households and their family, pay their bill. You can't go and depend on people that work and make decent money. They don't qualify for no help if they needed it. So it's just crazy to me. I wanted to play that because at first I thought it was a joke, but I'm just like, yeah, they still have this issue with the SNAP. I think they were saying that they're going to give partial SNAP for this month, because they were out here, they were showing videos of people out here just going, stealing and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. It's crazy. It's just a mess. The entitlement. That's all I'm saying. The entitlements are what get me.